Peter Tosh isn't just a reggae legend, he was a firebrand, a voice for justice, and a cultural icon. For decades, rumors swirled that he had a hidden daughter living in the shadows. Well, after all that time, his daughter Niambe McIntosh finally stepped forward and confirmed what people were whispering about. In this video, we're unpacking how the rumors began, how she came into the light, and what her acknowledgement means for Tosh's legacy. So, buckle up. It's a story of family, fame, and honesty. Who was Peter Tosh? Peter Tosh was born Winston Hubert McIntosh on October 19, 1944, in Grange Hill, Jamaica. He had a childhood that was anything but ordinary. His parents were very young and did not stick around, so he bounced between relatives until he landed in Trenchtown, Kingston, with his aunt. Life threw plenty of obstacles at him, but those challenges shaped him into the fiercely independent, self-reliant man who would one day become a reggae legend and a powerful voice for justice. By his teenage years, Tosh already had a hunger for music and social change. He taught himself to play guitar by watching others play, memorizing every finger movement, and then reproducing songs flawlessly. This drive and discipline would define his approach to music and life. His natural talent and bold personality helped him stand out in a neighborhood brimming with aspiring musicians. In the 1960s, Tosh joined forces with two other musicians, Bob Marley and Bunny Wailer, to form the Wailers. Tosh was not just a singer, he was a multi-instrumentalist, songwriter, and someone unafraid to speak his mind. When the Wailers split, Tosh launched a solo career that cemented his place in reggae history. Albums like Legalize It and Equal Rights showcased his musical genius alongside his activism, tackling issues like justice, freedom, and human dignity. Tosh's personality was unforgettable. Described as tall, gentle, yet uncompromising, he balanced seriousness with a sharp sense of humor. He even incorporated unicycles into his performances, riding onto the stage while playing guitar and singing with flawless energy. That combination of talent, showmanship, and fearless honesty made him both a compelling performer and a larger-than-life figure in popular culture. His commitment to Rastafarianism and spirituality shaped much of his life and music. Tosh used his platform to confront societal and political issues, writing songs that were both thought-provoking and danceable. He challenged colonialism, racism, and inequality in ways that were bold yet poetic, inspiring audiences to think deeply while moving to the beat. Tragically, Peter Tosh's life was cut short on September 11, 1987, when he was murdered during a home invasion in Kingston, Jamaica. His death shocked fans around the world, but it did not silence his influence. His music, messages, and activism continued to resonate with listeners, keeping his legacy alive and vibrant decades after his passing. Today, Peter Tosh is remembered not just as a reggae icon, but as a fearless social critic who used music to speak truth to power. He remains an example of how talent, conviction, and courage can leave a lasting mark on the world. His story reminds us that the impact of a life lived boldly often extends far beyond the stage or the studio. The rumors begin. For years after Peter Tosh died in 1987, fans and media whispered about more than just his powerful music. Rumors circulated that he had a hidden child. This was not casual gossip. Some of Tosh's children were publicly known, but speculation about an extra daughter added a layer of mystery that fans and journalists could not ignore. Tosh's family was large and complex, reportedly including 10 children. That already creates a complicated family tree, especially after the death of a public figure with a private life. Among these 10 children, a daughter named Niambe McIntosh began to draw attention. Fans and observers questioned whether she was truly Tosh's child, and whether she had been intentionally kept out of the spotlight. Rumors gained traction because Tosh's personal life was largely private. Unlike some celebrities who actively court tabloid attention, Tosh focused on his music and activism. His children were not regularly in the public eye, leaving room for speculation. Questions circulated. Did Tosh purposely keep a daughter hidden? Was she recognized by the family? Did the estate officially acknowledge her existence? Over time, the chatter intensified. When the Peter Tosh Museum opened in Kingston in 2016, Niambe McIntosh appeared publicly. Her presence sparked renewed curiosity. If she had been hidden, why was she front and center at an event dedicated to preserving Tosh's legacy? This suggested that she was more than a peripheral figure. She was actively participating in keeping her father's memory alive. Despite her public appearances, questions persisted. Fans wondered about her involvement in family matters, legal decisions, and management of Tosh's estate. Was there DNA confirmation or any official recognition that would finally resolve doubts? The intrigue was not just about family drama, it was about legacy, identity, and influence. Adding to the intrigue, Tosh's other children were often visible in the media. Jawara McIntosh, also known as Tosh 1, was outspoken about activism and legal issues, including cannabis reform. With other siblings publicly active, attention naturally returned to Niambe. Her quieter presence made fans curious. Why had she remained independent and low profile for so many years? Much of the public curiosity was genuine. When families of iconic figures manage estates and legacies, fans care deeply about who is telling the story. Questions about rights, responsibilities, and representation are common. Tosh's private but impactful life made rumors about a hidden daughter especially compelling. At the heart of all this speculation was one central question. Was Niambe truly Tosh's daughter, or just a name circulating without verification? For years, the answer remained elusive, but the story has changed. Niambe has stepped forward publicly in deliberate ways, through her work at the museum, leadership in the Peter Tosh Foundation, and media interviews. She has made it clear that she is not a footnote. This chapter sets the stage for what comes next. The questions now are, how did Niambe finally confirm the rumors? What was the family's response? And most importantly, how does this revelation fit into Peter Tosh's enduring legacy, ensuring that both his music and message continue to inspire generations? Tosh's family life. Peter Tosh's family was large, complex, and deeply intertwined with both his personal struggles and his public legacy. He fathered 10 children, each with their own story, some well-known, some private. Names like Carlos Andrew, Gamal Jawara, Aldrina Michelle, and Niambe McIntosh are the most recognized, though there are several others whose lives remain largely out of the spotlight. Tosh's romantic life was varied, spanning multiple long-term partnerships and relationships, and not all of his children came from the same partner. This complexity created a unique family dynamic, shaped by love, loss, and the demands of fame. Tosh's personal life was marked by both joy and tragedy. One of the most heartbreaking events was the death of a girlfriend in a car accident, which left a lasting impact on him and his family. These experiences informed not only his music, but also the way he approached relationships and fatherhood. Despite these challenges, he remained committed to his children, though his career and activism sometimes kept him physically distant from them. Among his children, Jawara McIntosh became one of the most publicly recognized. Like his father, he carried forward an activist spirit, particularly in advocating for cannabis legalization. He worked to promote reform and awareness, continuing the principles that Peter Tosh had championed during his lifetime. Tragically, Jawara's life took a devastating turn while serving a sentence for cannabis possession. He was attacked in prison, suffering a severe brain injury, and spent an extended period in the hospital before passing away in 2020. His death was a significant loss for the family and the broader community that admired him and his father's legacy. Niambe, his sister, played a crucial role in caring for him during his recovery and afterward, honoring both his life and the family connection they shared. Niambe McIntosh, the youngest of Peter Tosh's children, was only 5 years old when her father was killed. Despite growing up largely without him, she has become one of the most influential figures in preserving his legacy. She heads the Peter Tosh Foundation, serves as chair of the board, and manages his estate and brand with a focus on maintaining the integrity of his work. Her efforts go far beyond music, encompassing advocacy, social justice, and cultural education. Through her leadership, the foundation has become a platform that connects Tosh's artistic achievements with ongoing societal impact. In interviews, Niambe has openly discussed the challenge of balancing the desire to honor her father while forging her own identity. She works to maintain the principles he stood for, including cannabis law activism, justice reform, and cultural preservation, all while navigating her own career and personal growth. Her approach intertwines personal experience with public advocacy, making her a central figure in continuing her father's mission in a contemporary context. The story of Peter Tosh's family highlights how personal history, tragedy, and responsibilities intersect with public legacy. It is a narrative of resilience, activism, and the continuation of ideals that Tosh championed both in music and in life. His children, particularly Niambe, embody this legacy, showing how the influence of a parent can extend far beyond their lifetime. The family story humanizes a legendary figure, reminding the public that behind the music and activism were real people navigating love, loss, and responsibility. The Tosh family continues to be part of this ongoing story, illustrating the enduring impact of one man's vision on both his immediate family and the world at large. The hidden daughter emerges. Niambe. McIntosh is more than just Peter Tosh's daughter. She is a leader, an advocate, and a guardian of a legacy that has shaped reggae music and social activism around the world. Growing up without her father, who died when she was only 5, she had to forge her own identity while maintaining a connection to a parent she barely knew. Despite this, she has emerged as a confident and capable figure, fully embracing her role in the family and cultural legacy. Her work with the Peter Tosh Foundation has defined much of her public presence. As chairperson, she oversees the foundation's programs, directs educational initiatives, and ensures that her father's vision for music, activism, and cultural impact remains alive. Niambe has emphasized that her role is not ceremonial. She is actively involved in decision-making, planning, and implementing projects that reflect the principles her father championed. Niambe has also played a central role in managing Peter Tosh's estate. She oversees the use of his name, likeness, and intellectual property, ensuring that any public representation aligns with the values he promoted. This responsibility requires both business acumen and deep respect for history, and Niambe has demonstrated both. Her careful stewardship has helped reduce speculation about her identity and assert her position as a trusted family representative. The Peter Tosh Museum in Kingston has been one of her major platforms. Niambe has contributed to shaping exhibits, curating collections, and leading educational programs for visitors. Her goal is to create an experience that goes beyond nostalgia. She wants visitors to understand the context of her father's work, the messages behind the music, and the activism that made Tosh a global figure. Her influence ensures that the museum is both a tribute and an active cultural institution. Beyond her organizational and administrative roles, Niambe has engaged directly with fans and the public. She participates in interviews, cultural events, and community programs, speaking openly about her experiences and her father's legacy. Her communication style is approachable, honest, and reflective, giving audiences insight into her life while reinforcing the authenticity of the family story. Niambe also emphasizes social responsibility. She has taken her father's activism seriously, supporting initiatives related to justice reform, music education, and cannabis advocacy. By connecting these causes to Peter Tosh's work, she demonstrates that legacy is not just about memory, but about ongoing impact. In short, Niambe McIntosh represents both continuity and agency. She honors her father's memory while defining her own path, combining leadership, advocacy, and cultural preservation. Through her dedication, she transforms decades of rumor into verified reality, showing the world that Peter Tosh's influence is alive not only in his music, but also in the work of his daughter. Confirming the connection. After decades of speculation, Niambe McIntosh publicly confirmed that she is indeed Peter Tosh's daughter. Her confirmation did not come through fanfare, flashy headlines, or sensational announcements. Instead, it was communicated quietly but clearly through her consistent involvement in her father's legacy. By taking on leadership roles and representing the Tosh estate, she made her position undeniable. Sometimes, actions speak louder than words, and in Niambe's case, her commitment to preserving her father's memory spoke volumes. Central to this confirmation is her role as chairperson of the Peter Tosh Foundation. In this capacity, she manages programs, curates events, and oversees projects designed to maintain Tosh's influence in music, culture, and activism. Through these efforts, she demonstrates a tangible link to her father's legacy, It is not just a claim, it is a lived experience, showing that she is actively sustaining his message. Her work ensures that Peter Tosh's name, music, and cultural impact continue to be recognized worldwide, bridging the gap between past and present. The Peter Tosh Museum in Kingston marked a pivotal moment in affirming her connection. When she represented the estate, participated in exhibits, and spoke about her father's life, she shifted public perception from rumor to fact. Her presence was far from ceremonial. It showcased authority, a direct link to the family legacy, and a commitment to preserving Tosh's cultural and social contributions. Observers saw that she was not just attending the museum events, she was shaping them. Beyond these public appearances, Niambe has spoken openly about growing up without her father. She has candidly discussed navigating life as the daughter of a cultural icon, balancing personal identity with public legacy. Her confirmation is not merely about bloodline, it is also about stewardship. By managing both the estate and the foundation, she proves that her connection is as much about responsibility and preservation as it is about heritage. Her words and actions together provide clear and undeniable validation of her position. Legal and administrative authority further reinforces her confirmation. By overseeing Peter Tosh's estate, including rights, royalties, and licensing, Niambe has solidified her status within the family. Managing these responsibilities requires not only trust from other family members, but also legal recognition. Her authority over the estate leaves no room for doubt regarding her role as Tosh's daughter and custodian of his legacy. Media interviews have also played a key role. Through candid and thoughtful conversations, she has addressed lingering questions about her childhood, her responsibilities with the foundation, and her role in managing the estate. These appearances provide transparency and first-hand confirmation, replacing years of speculation with clarity. Fans and the public are no longer left to guess about her identity or her involvement in preserving Tosh's work. Importantly, Niambe's confirmation is not purely symbolic. It highlights how legacy, identity, and responsibility intersect. By stepping forward, she validates decades of curiosity while also creating space to define her own narrative. She is not just Peter Tosh's daughter, she is an active participant in keeping his music, activism, and memory alive. Her acknowledgement demonstrates that family legacy goes beyond genetics. Legacy is about participation, stewardship, and carrying forward values. By embracing these responsibilities, Niambe has turned a decades-long rumor into a confirmed reality, providing both fans and family the closure they needed. Ultimately, Niambe McIntosh's emergence reminds the public that legacies are preserved by those willing to embrace them fully. Her confirmation ensures that Peter Tosh's impact continues to resonate through music, activism, and cultural influence, proving that the story of a legend is as much about those who carry it forward as it is about the artist himself. Public reaction. When Niambe McIntosh confirmed she is Peter Tosh's daughter, the response from the public and media was immediate and diverse. Fans of Tosh's music expressed excitement, relief, and a sense of closure. Many felt that the confirmation connected an important piece of his personal history to the legacy of his music and activism. Social media buzzed with stories about the moment, highlighting how much Tosh's influence still resonates decades after his passing. Music critics and journalists praised Niambe's transparency and leadership. Rather than sensationalizing her connection, she has emphasized her responsibility to the legacy. Observers noted that her approach contrasts sharply with the rumors and gossip that had circulated for years. Her confirmation became a story not just about family, but about cultural preservation and legacy management. Within Jamaica, where Peter Tosh remains a national icon, reactions were particularly strong. The museum's visitors and local press highlighted the importance of having a recognized family member actively involved in maintaining Tosh's story. Interviews and coverage celebrated her work in keeping the museum dynamic, educational, and connected to social causes that Tosh cared about, such as justice reform and music education. Fans across the world shared their excitement on social media. Some recalled their own memories of Tosh's concerts, albums, and messages, and saw Niambe's emergence as a bridge connecting past and present. For many, confirming her identity added a human element to the story of a legendary figure, showing that behind the music was a family story that mattered deeply. The family's response was also noteworthy. While some members had been more private, others publicly supported Niambe's role in the estate and foundation. Their endorsement added credibility to her position and reassured fans that the legacy is being managed responsibly. Observers saw this as a rare moment of transparency within a complex family history, signaling unity and purpose. Some media outlets examined the historical context, reflecting on why Niambe's connection had been questioned for so long. They pointed to Tosh's private nature, his early death, and the complexity of his family as contributing factors. Analysts noted that her public confirmation not only settled speculation, but also strengthened the understanding of Tosh's personal life, offering a fuller picture of the man behind the music. Reaction also came from the activist community. People involved in cannabis legalization, social justice, and cultural preservation praised Niambe for carrying forward her father's advocacy work. They highlighted how her confirmation was more than personal. It represented continuity in activism and the principles Tosh championed throughout his life. Overall, public reaction was overwhelmingly positive. People appreciated the combination of transparency, responsibility, and dedication. Niambe's emergence brought together fans, family, and cultural observers, creating a moment that connected music history, personal legacy, and ongoing advocacy. The response proved that Peter Tosh's influence extends far beyond his lifetime, and that confirming his daughter's identity added a meaningful new chapter to his story. Impact on the Tosh legacy. Niambe McIntosh's confirmation as Peter Tosh's daughter has had a profound effect on how his legacy is perceived and preserved. For decades, fans knew his music and activism, but had limited insight into his personal life. Her emergence fills in that gap, offering both a human connection and a living link to the legendary artist. Her active role in the Peter Tosh Foundation has strengthened the family's control over the estate and brand. By overseeing projects, exhibits, and educational programs, she ensures that the legacy remains authentic and faithful to Tosh's vision. This hands-on leadership has helped solidify the narrative around Tosh as a cultural icon and social activist, rather than just a musician. The confirmation also has implications for how Tosh's story is shared globally. With Niambe as a recognized family representative, media outlets and historians now have a reliable source for facts about his life and family. This reduces speculation, provides context for past rumors, and allows future generations to engage with Tosh's story through verified information. Niambe's stewardship extends beyond administrative duties. She actively promotes initiatives aligned with Tosh's values, such as justice reform, music education, and advocacy for cannabis legalization. Her involvement bridges the gap between legacy and ongoing activism, showing that Tosh's influence continues not just in music, but in social and cultural movements. For fans, her confirmation brings closure. People who wondered about her identity now see a clear and credible connection to the artist they admire. Her presence at events, leadership in the foundation, and public statements have replaced speculation with transparency. Fans now understand that she is not a peripheral figure, but a central part of Tosh's story. The family dynamic also benefits. Other children and relatives now have a clear understanding of roles and responsibilities within the estate. This clarity reduces conflicts over decisions, intellectual property, and public representation. Niambe's recognition as a key figure strengthens unity and ensures that decisions regarding Tosh's legacy are handled with respect and consistency. From a cultural standpoint, confirming Niambe's identity enriches the narrative around Peter Tosh. His music and activism are now linked with a tangible, living continuation of his work. Niambe embodies the connection between past and present, offering fans and communities a direct line to Tosh's influence, philosophy, and spirit. Ultimately, her emergence as a confirmed family member redefines what it means to preserve a legacy. It is not just about music or fame, but about stewardship, accountability, and active engagement. By stepping forward, Niambe demonstrates that legacy can be dynamic and that family involvement plays a crucial role in sustaining an artist's impact for future generations. Through her work, Peter Tosh's messages continue to resonate. His music, ideals, and activism gain renewed relevance, and the confirmation of his daughter ensures that the personal story behind the legend is no longer a mystery. This development represents a meaningful chapter in Tosh's enduring influence and highlights the importance of family, responsibility, and authenticity in cultural preservation. Looking forward. With Niambe McIntosh now publicly confirmed as Peter Tosh's daughter, attention naturally turns to the future. Her leadership in the Peter Tosh Foundation and the estate positions her as a key figure in continuing her father's work, both musically and socially. Fans, historians, and cultural observers are now watching to see how she will shape the legacy in the years to come. Niambe has expressed interest in expanding outreach programs connected to her father's ideals. This includes music education initiatives for young artists, advocacy on social justice issues, and promoting awareness about human rights, causes that Tosh championed during his life. By focusing on these areas, she ensures that the legacy is active and evolving rather than static or purely commemorative. Her management of the Peter Tosh Museum will also play a critical role. Plans are underway to enhance exhibits, introduce interactive experiences, and expand educational programming. These efforts aim to make the museum not just a site of remembrance, but a space where visitors can learn about Tosh's music, activism, and the context in which he created it. Beyond institutional roles, Niambe is taking on public engagements. Speaking at cultural events, interviews, and community programs allows her to connect directly with fans and younger generations. Through these appearances, she communicates both her father's vision and her own perspective, reinforcing that the legacy is lived and relevant today. The Foundation's work in social advocacy is also set to grow. Niambe has indicated an interest in building partnerships with other organizations to address issues such as prison reform and cannabis law reform, reflecting Tosh's lifelong activism. This demonstrates that the legacy is not only about preserving music, but also about continuing the values that defined his life. Public anticipation is high. Fans are eager to see new initiatives, collaborations, and educational programs under Niambe's guidance. Her emergence as a confirmed family member has not only settled old rumors, but also opened the door to renewed interest in Peter Tosh's work. By providing a living link to his life, she ensures that his influence will continue to shape culture, music, and activism. The family, media, and community all recognize the importance of her role. Other children and relatives have publicly supported her leadership, contributing to a unified approach to managing the estate and legacy. This alignment strengthens the Foundation's ability to execute programs and maintain Tosh's message without confusion or conflict. Ultimately, Niambe's confirmation and active leadership point to a future where Peter Tosh's impact remains meaningful. Music, advocacy, and cultural preservation intersect under her stewardship. Fans and communities can expect continued engagement, thoughtful programming, and an authentic connection to the legacy. Looking forward, the story of Tosh's hidden daughter has transformed from rumor into active cultural stewardship. Niambe McIntosh stands as both a guardian of history and a catalyst for the future, bridging the gap between past and present. Through her work, the artist's vision continues to resonate, inspiring new generations and keeping the spirit of Peter Tosh alive. And there you have it. After decades of speculation, Peter Tosh's hidden daughter, Niambe McIntosh, has stepped forward to confirm the rumors and take her place at the heart of his legacy. From leading the Foundation to preserving his music and activism, she ensures that Tosh's message remains alive and relevant today. It's a reminder that behind every legend is a family, and sometimes the story doesn't end with the music. Stay tuned for more updates on Niambe and the ongoing impact of Peter Tosh's remarkable life.